Hello, welcome back after half term. It's actually the Sunday and the last day of half term. I've just come back from my holidays in Anglesey. Been there for, well, most of the half term. Lots of things have changed in the garden, and I'm sure lots of things will have changed at school for our Land-Based Studies and Forest School group. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that our carrots and our Jerusalem artichokes and peas and flowers are all starting to grow and look beautiful, but at the same time it'll also mean that the weeds will have been growing, so we'll have to look after those weeds too. Now, as you know, I've been doing my tiny caterpillars to butterfly experiment again, and I'm glad to say that this week it's been so warm. Apparently it's raining today on the Sunday, but it was gorgeously warm where we were, and I believe the weather's been quite good here too. And we've had an emergence of our caterpillars. At the moment, one's having a feed. At the moment we've still got 2 left to emerge. So we've still got a couple that are in their chrysalis form. And I've taken one out, and I'm going to show you our painted ladies in a nice clear container. I originally used Tupperware, but Tupperware is opaque and I couldn't quite see. But look at the beautiful colours on that painted lady. Absolutely gorgeous. And at the moment they are feasting on peaches and a bit of nectar, which is basic sugar and water made into a solution. And they're having a snack there. One is eating at the moment, and just to make this one a little bit happier, I'm going to return it to the butterfly habitat. And then, come on, off you go, join your friends. There we go. Whoops. There we go. Quite happy. Back in there with all their friends. There's some red stuff which looks a bit like blood. It isn't, because butterflies don't have blood, same as insects like we do. It's what's called meconium, which is a fluid that is around the chrysalis that as they emerge it leaks. So it's nothing to worry about. They are not bleeding. It does look a bit manky and horrible, but it's perfectly fine. And there we are. Our beautiful butterflies. Be keeping them for a few days to make sure that they all emerge. And then we'll be having a quick release. But I wanted to show you some of my treasures. As you all know, I like clothes with pockets so that I can do a bit of collection. And on the beach, not far from where I was staying, because the hotel that I was staying was actually on the beach, you could see from the bedroom windows the beautiful water in the boats, I found this lovely pine cone. And it sounds quite hollow. The edges are really smooth, so it looks like it's been in the water for quite some time, because there were no pine trees anywhere near where I collected this from the beach. So what I'm going to do is leave it to dry for a few days and see if they open, and see if I can collect some seeds, and then find out what has been growing, what sort of tree. It might have travelled thousands and thousands of miles from another country on the waves, who knows. I also found, to add to my collection when I go wandering around on beaches, this bit of plastic rope. It looks a bit strange, but it's actually been made by someone, so it obviously had a purpose. Whether it was a float or whether it was just a little handle or something, I don't know. But as we all know, plastic is not good for the environment, so collecting that up from the beach was a good thing. But it's going to stay with my treasures of things that I find on the beach. Maybe I'll work out one of these days what it's actually for, or what its use was. And you all know my love of rocks, and I found a piece of blue schist. Sounds a weird thing. I don't know whether you can see it, but it's really sparkly. In the sunlight, which unfortunately we haven't got today, it really sparkles. Now, blue schist, you can see it's in lots and lots of layers. And it is, people who have been doing rocks and fossils at school and geology will know that this is a metamorphic rock, which means it changed. It's made from basalt, which is lava from magma from the middle of the earth, and lots of other rocks that are of a similar composition, similar makeup. And they metamorphose, that means they change by pressure, but not as much heat. So it's quite a soft rock. It's not something that you can build with, but it's very pretty. Now, according to my research, although it sounds really hot to us, 200 to 500 degrees Celsius this was made of, but when you consider how deep into the earth's crust it is so hot, that's quite cool. And it was made about 30 kilometers below the surface of the earth, so a lot of pressure, not so hot, and quite close to the crust of the earth. And I'm going to keep that with all my other little rocks and treasures. I'd love to find out what some of your treasures are when you go on your hunts and searches and holidays. What sort of things do you bring back? These were my treasures from the Isle of Anglesey this week in half term, and I'd love to hear about yours. We're going to find out all the changes that's happened in school, in forest school and land-based studies. Most of the little blue tits have fledged in our bird boxes, so they've all gone, and hopefully they'll find partners and breed next year, maybe come back to my garden. We're all going through changes at the moment. It's our last half term of this school year, and we'll be moving on to other things. Some of us will be. Some of us will have new friends and new visitors and new people to start at school. We're all really looking forward to seeing you and seeing the rest of you in our lessons very soon. Take care now. Bye.